So I wrote it over a fairly lengthy period of time. I wrote it during the period of time that we were closed for Christmas and New Year's, and then an extra 2 weeks because I fell headfirst down the stairs. But look, I got this snazzy Harry Potter scar on my forehead now, so, you know, it was all worth it. And bit by bit, the story emerged. Okay. Some cheap flop house in the Bowery in 1897. An old butcher who was troubled by dark dreams of hell and heaven hung up his bloodied apron and laid down his weary head, drifting in his mind between the living and the dead. And then that butcher had a dream in which God whispered in his ear, and he woke up as a preacher for anyone who'd hear. Around him grew a flock of simple folk from far and near that hung upon his every word and held each sermon dear. They called themselves the truth flock, that preacher's truth to spread, saying this truth will save your soul, you better accept it before you're dead. They believed the words he spoke dropped straight from heaven to his mind, and that he spoke the finest truth that anyone could ever find. Well, in that flock he found himself a bride not nearly half his age, and at the ocean side one day that young maid married that old sage. His motley flock all trundled to those nuptials by the sea, and there they built a brand new town to live in harmony. A young barber had just joined that flock, his origins unknown. Oh, beside that preacher's house he built a small home of his own. But then the whispering began. Oh, he's too forward with that bride. He's lured her to his garden. Oh, see them sit there side by side. When there was blood found in that garden, no one knew who spilt it there. But that barber had gone missing and was not seen anywhere. Ugly rumors of his fate were circulating in the air. Grim sordid tales of murder with a secret love affair. Oh, with every passing day, with every furtive, breathless telling, those grisly stories grew much more embellished and compelling. The tales filled up with details, some were tragic, others torrid, of a dalliance gone all wrong right to an ending simply horrid. So presently, to calm that flock, that kindly aged preacher said if his wife had gone astray, God's lessons he must teach her. But the truth flock took those words to be the preacher's true confession, made shockingly by someone in so worthy a profession. Oh, his words were quickly twisted into tawdry tales of crime that had that shabby, nasty preacher at the center every time. Oh, in one quick dark moment, saw his young wife go astray and simply snapped and killed the barber just to make that lover pay. They said the preacher saw his wife accept a kiss from the young barber. They said he slit the young man's throat and dumped the barber in the harbor. Oh, he'd gone to pray beneath the stars with eyes as sharp as his stargazer, but they said he cut that throat with the barber's own sharp razor. Although he fervently protested, that's not remotely what I meant. The truth flock knew that his confession must be truly heaven sent. So they dispatched him straight to heaven with a sharp blade to his throat and dumped that preacher in deep water just to see if he would float. Came back home from his stay in the big city, when the barbershop quartets were singing ditties, oh so pretty. He said the blood found in his garden was from a bird killed by his cat, and that the rumors of his murder were absurd, or worse than that. The truth flock then grew panicked that their crime might be uncovered. So a plot was swiftly hatched to keep their deed from being discovered. The dead barber tale was false, so with that blade they made it true. And to conceal what they had done, they so slaughtered that bride too. Now in the center of that town there stands a tower with a clock. Right to the water's edge you can hear its tickety-tock. When built, the preacher said it was to measure the lives of man, to remind them all that to save their souls they must all do all they can. So all the townsfolk took those bodies, both the barber and the bride, and they dumped them in the ocean to be swept out with the tide. They agreed to say the three were lost at sea beyond the shoals. Oh, what awful lies are told, all in the name of saving souls. Oh, tickety-tock, hear the ticking of that clock. Each tick a moment in life's journey on those rocky roads we walk. Will they lead us past temptation to redemption and salvation? Or will some abomination lead directly to damnation? Oh, that blood out in the garden that no one knows who spilt it there, and that barber who'd gone missing, both left mysteries in the air. Soon vicious lies and rumors were being whispered everywhere, and they caused 3 bloody murders with no secret love affair.